Okay, so we just pulled up where that sign is there, and we just reversed up so this guy could get past, and just very slowly just rolled into that ditch there, and the thing just tipped over. Jasper's fine, Katie's fine, I'm fine.
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive, I love being by your side, it makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of time. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got to stay forever.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing the Bloomfield track. It's a kind of mostly ocean and foresty kind of drive, and I'm hoping I could see some dolphins or something in the water. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty exciting today.
Hello, Jasper Rooney.
Hi.
Holy Reddo frogs, mate. Yeah? All right. Bloomfield track today. We could hear you talking, mate. You're taking over the show.
No.
Yeah, I reckon you could easily. All right, so Bloomfield track, we're going to be out for the best part of a day. This is one of the most famous, iconic drives of the tropical North Queensland that you can experience.
Yep.
Not designated for towing of any type of vehicle.
No.
People do it.
Yes.
Some people do give themselves a bit of a mischief.
Well, yes, we've heard some pretty interesting stories, but we've been told it is breathtakingly beautiful, so I can't wait to see those views and explore
Unreal.
a bit.
We've been told there's up to 30-degree incline declines. It's hard to picture that because, you know, when you're towing even through Tassie and those areas and it says 14 degrees and it's a decent steepness. So
Yeah.
it must be epic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, on the other end is the Lion's Den, the famous pub. So we will stop in there, say hello to the publican, have a couple of beverages probably to finish our day.
Yeah, nice one.
All right, shall we do it?
Please. And we need to get the aircon on because I'm melting.
It's not even 9 a.m. or almost 9:30, and it is 32 degrees. I think it's going to be 35 today. So
Yeah.
yeah, I know, right?
Got to keep the aircon on the entire time we're driving.
I think so.
Good
We'll have it
deal.
cranked.
All right,
Let's do it.
Crack the windows. Here we go.
Let's close the door.
Close doors.
In.
Oh yeah, doors.
I think they need to put some markers there, otherwise that's going to happen to someone else, or could happen to someone else. Now this is bad, isn't it? Like,
Okay, that was the most unbelievable experience that we have had in our 3 years of travelling around Oz, and probably one of the most, I think, scary because it was all such slow motion and it was such a simple accident, you know, or I don't know if it's, I guess either way you look at it, it's still an error on my behalf, but I think the biggest issue at the time was really just so worried about Jasper and Katie, and because the car actually fell right on their side completely. It rolled, and at the actual time as it was going, it was so slow, and I thought, because I didn't know what we were even rolling into, because I obviously didn't see it. It was only such a tiny ditch. I'll overlay some of the footage here and just to show you and how easy it can happen. And I guess these things have so much weight in a way in the top end and the back end that it just, once it went, it just kind of kept going. But at the time in the car, I thought, shit, this is just going to keep rolling. And I just was looking at Katie and Jasper and just thinking, I said, hold on. Kate said, we're tipping over. So we had enough time to even say that as it was happening. It was in such slow motion. And then we stopped, and it just straight on the side, with obviously lots of crunching and carrying on happening. Like Katie's door's pretty well done. That's going to get completely replaced. Remarkably, the mirror is still good. I mean, it's obviously bent in, but unbelievable. The doors and the back here, and this took most of the impact. The ARB side step and this roll bar, little bit of I guess, I don't know what the right word is, but just marks and scratches, a couple of tiny dents in the canopy, really just nothing major, more cosmetic is what I'm trying to say. But then I was like, Jasper, are you okay? He's like, yep, I'm okay. He was super calm. Katie, yep, I'm okay. And I said, right, let's get you out, mate. So I was hanging sort of because I was at the high end, got my seatbelt off, was able to step across Katie's lap onto her door glass, which was shattered but all intact pretty well, so it didn't sort of spray everywhere. Obviously these have a film in them or something, and just keep it together. I said to Katie again, are you all right? I lean over, I unclipped Jasper, and he said, my foot's stuck, and I thought, shit. So he'd done his leg or got his foot caught somewhere and it's got squished, but he hadn't, which was freaking awesome. And he said, no, it's stuck in the belt, just the way he landed, and the basket of stuff that we had in the middle, obviously had sort of landed on him. I couldn't even see him because he was covered in the basket with just our lunch and bits and pieces. And so anyway, so he got his foot out and he goes, oh, no, Dad, my shoe. He goes, better get my shoe. So he leaned down and picked up his shoe because he had to get his foot out of his shoe to get it unstuck. And so then the door's so heavy when you're laying upright. I'm trying to open the door, if you can imagine, like that. And I was able to lift him out to the guy actually that was behind us. Because what happened was I still had the outside two wheels sort of on the bitumen because I was pulled over on the verge. I said to Kate, oh, there's a car coming. So I said, I'll just reverse off. And I just reversed off. And as I started to come to a stop, we just tilted and rolled over. And this guy, when he pulled up, he said, it just was so crazy because I just watched you just sort of just tip. Anyway, he was there. Wayne was his name. And he said, look, I don't want any recognition. I don't want anyone to even know I was involved. I'm happy to help, but I don't want I'm not giving my details for insurance company. I'm not doing anything. That's it. Help out at the community. I'll help if someone's in trouble, but I don't want any details. And I went, okay, no worries. I appreciate it. And anyway, that was after the fact. But I handed him Jasper, then lifted Kate up, and then got out the car. I don't know what had happened. I think I turned it off before I undid Jasper. Anyway, and then we got out, and then he literally put a strap on it, pulled it back, started to pull it back up. Two other guys rocked up, Matt and Mitch. Unbelievable. These three guys, absolute salt of the earth. Remarkably, I think it was Mitch. I'm sorry, it was Mitch or Matt, which one, but knows the parents of our mate Shane, who runs MSA and owns MSA. It was amazing, this bizarre connection that this guy, we worked out quickly that we knew people that were the same, sort of 6 degrees of separation. Anyway, they both discussed a few things. They were just returning from a trip up the Cape. And so then he put his winch out, Wayne put his winch out, and then they both pulled the car back up, and boom, as slow as it went down, it was the same sort of speed that they pulled it back up. Incredible. And then, ring Dave, who owns the property where we're staying at Black Mountain, called Rossville Retreat, and he's a panel beater. It's just unbelievable. And anyway, so then he rocks up with Sandy, and Yeah, amazing, just amazing. Feel so fortunate, feel a bit stupid, I guess. Not worried about crying, I don't really, I've never worried about that. always been okay with that, but I think just that real sledgehammer moment that you just go, she's my family, okay, and so I think we'll take stock for a couple of days, get ourselves sorted. Insurance company's already on top of everything. We've got parts already in process ordering. It's already booked in for repairs. The car's drivable, which is great. It's got permanent air conditioning now, which is crazy because we joked about that before we even set off today. So anyway, we're all good. Wasn't the most feel-good moment, I could say, but certainly counting our blessings. Just so thankful that we're in such an amazing vehicle that, is just keep us safe, and onward and upward. We'll get it sorted and we'll get back on the road, and I will think twice about reversing off onto a verge. And anyway, not sure really what the whole lesson is in it, but sometimes I think it just reminds us just to stop, count our blessings, hug our family, tell them how much we care for them, how much we appreciate them, and just never forget that. Hold on to them. All right. Bye. Okay, here we are. A couple of weeks down the track, we've been able to process everything that's been going on, get our heads together, get past the what ifs, I guess, and all the should've, could've, would've, all of that crazy stuff that goes on in your head after something, fairly dramatic like that happens, and find ourselves in a place now where we are just so full of gratitude. And so we wanted to jump in and just say thank you, in particular to Dave and Sandy.
Yes, awesome. We love you guys.
You're amazing. This is the couple that own and operate Rossville Retreat. They were the only number that we had in our phone that we knew were in range of our accident that we just could call. And I said, I'm not sure why I'm calling you, but you're the only person we can call. And literally 35 minutes later, they were there helping.
Yeah.
And helped and actually looked after us and fed us and did everything for the next week. So that is really remarkable. And we just don't know how to repay you guys, other than to tell everyone out there that if you haven't already seen the footage from last week's episode where we reviewed their incredible campground, check it out and then book and go and stay and follow their journey as well, because they've got some big dreams and we're sure that they're now friends for life, and we're going to get to see that all come to fruition for them. Incredible people. Mitch and Matt, we actually know where you live. We're going to track you down. We know that you're out there, sort of Rocky Yeppoon Coast, somewhere there. The accident happened. You literally showed up, fixed everything, and then disappeared just as quickly. And we will be shouting you more than just a few beers, I'm sure. But thank you. If you're out there and you're watching this, you guys are our angels, really. Yeah,
and how awesome is this community? And we say it all the time, but it is so amazing, those times when you are at most in need, to have people show up and no questions asked and just get in and help. The best of humanity, isn't it? It is. There was Wayne who, asked us not to show him on camera. So thank you, mate. I'm sure we'll get back to you up there and find you at some point. Thank you again. To everyone who reached out that either got wind of it or knew, or in particular our partners, we let everyone know, and they were straight away all responding that, what can we do to help? Do you need anything? Yeah. Amazing. Let us know. Incredible. Thank you all so very much. Yes. And of course, you, our viewers out there, it blows us away that we get to the privilege to do this as a living, and that you tune in every week, and your support, your comments, it is overwhelming. It is awesome, and it's as awesome for us as it is for you, in us being able to share our travels with you, and we love that you come on the journey every week with us, so thank you. While we were getting our heads around all of this and getting things happening, Dave and Sandy, I said they fed us. I mean, they put on a beautiful dinner. We got to meet Sandy's dad, Hans, who's out here in Oz as well. Thank you both.
You're welcome.
Enjoy. Thank you, Hans, for catching the fish. Pretty good?
Some lessons.
Yum.
Get into it.
He's not doing so well at the moment, and he had a bit of a fall, so we also wanted to acknowledge him and just send our feel good vibes to you, mate. And you're such a good character and such great company, and yeah, just put a smile back on our face. So Godspeed to your recovery as well, mate.
Awesome.
All right. Lots of things have changed, obviously, with our travel plans. We were reminded of this morning. We talked about Forrest Gump. Wasn't it a brilliant film? And that moment when he's out running and all that horde of people just start following him, you know, because they're just inspired by this guy. And there's this moment that says, you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
And
It does.
it does. But incredible happens, and it happens every day to us. And these travelling and being together as a family and getting to be witness to moments that Jasper has experienced growing up, you know, live and in the moment, is a gift that we will cherish, and we will hold on to as close as we can for the rest of our lives. And we just want you to know that yes, shit happens, but incredible happens too. But if you're sitting at home and you're not doing anything, then nothing happens. So is it worth the risk? It's incredible happens more than shit.
Yeah.
So just go for it. Whatever your dream is, you know, just if this can be inspiring for you, or you can just take your own leap of faith, no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be travelling. It could just be an idea that you'd love to give a crack. We say to you, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I don't know, maybe we just always look for the positive side of life, but we wouldn't have had the time to get to know Dave and Sandy if it weren't for the accident, and so many other things that have come about because of that. So yeah, just I think embrace it and find the positive.
And if that's going to be our one major thing, awesome.
Yeah.
It is worth celebrating. Like, what a gift to be able to be looked after in a vehicle of that strength, and that none of us were hurt.
Yeah.
And Jasper just, righto, what's next?
Yeah,
You know?
he's amazing.
Incredible. So we're just so thankful for everyone out there that was just running to our aid and just helped us out. And we will bring you what happened straight after that in this next segment. And then next week, back to the norm.
Back on the road.
What's normal for the Feel Goods. But it will be as close to as we can. We've kept filming and experiencing, and some of the destinations are absolutely incredible. You will love it. Thank you. Enjoy. Okay, here we are back in Cooktown. We're meant to be heading south, I know, but come back north that little way. It's only 30 minutes from Black Mountain where we're staying there at the Rossville Retreat. I just needed the peace of mind, so I rang the local mechanic. Remarkably, because it's end of season, he was pretty quiet this morning, so he said bring the 79 in and we'll get it on the hoist. We'll have it a good look over. They've given it a wheel alignment. They've checked if there was any other fluid issues leaking or problems with the steering, and they've gone over the whole thing, and amazingly it's all in good nick. There's no other issues with it, so certainly has put my mind at ease for now. I just didn't want to tow the van and there'd be a problem that I could have, you know, again prevented, I guess. And you know, it's a bit of a road to recovery now for the 79. This is part one. Hopefully the spare glass, a bit of a temporary fix, is coming up from Cairns. That is the window glass for the passenger door, Katie's door, that got most of the damage, took most of the impact. Dave is going to panel beat that into shape and basically put that glass in. That'll give us some weatherproofing, give us a bit more security so we can still lock the vehicle and keep on our journey south down towards now the Maroochydore for the major repairs. Amazingly, I got to speak to the assessment team through our insurance who actually is on site at the Maroochydore Repair Centre. He got me to upload about 17 photos. He's already ordering the parts today. Because of the delay with parts and vehicles across the world, this way he'll be able to have all the parts ready there for when we arrive in a few weeks to actually then do the repairs and hopefully not really even hold us up, which absolutely astounds us. You know, we had the accident literally this time yesterday, and you know, I don't know, today it's already all well and truly on the way to back to, you know, hopefully the norm. And the fact that there's a, you know, an army of people out there already trying to help us and get this sorted is amazing. But there you go. So feeling very, again, I keep saying the word, but very thankful and very blessed that we're being so well looked after. So go get Katie and Jasper, give the truck now a good run back to camp, and see if, you know, there's anything else I can see or feel. But touch wood, she's all good to go and we're ready to tow once we get the window fixed. All right, here we go. Okay, so the wheel alignment is great, but I did a couple of blockies around Cooktown thinking, you know, I'll probably just double check before I leave, and I just noticed that the line of the steering wheel is just slightly off centre if you look at it from centre. And so Eddie is, hello mate, is going to help here by basically straightening that back up and just aligning it, because the wheel alignment's done the job, but we're just making sure that the steering lines up with that as well, which is pretty cool. And Jasper, meanwhile, you're pretty happy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to learn something here.
So the position before looks that way.
Yeah.
So let's see how many people are going to.
Okay, we've had the mechanic check it out, we've had the wheel alignment done. We're now going to try and weatherproof it to the point that we can not only still drive but also leave it when we need to go and do other things and activities and overnights, and know that it's lockable and still safe. So Dave, who is the owner operator here of this fantastic property, Rossville Retreat, is also a panel beater, as I mentioned. So he's actually going to straighten out the door and just get us back into a position where on Monday, when we get into Mossman, Call O'Brien's Glass is going to put in a new 79 series passenger door glass. So this is just one part to the road to recovery. We'll see how Dave goes. I'm trusting that he actually does know what he's doing. This could go bad. Actually, I don't think it could go any worse. I think he's going to at least straighten it out. Oh, here he is now.
How you going?
Good, mate. Are you a professional or is this...
No, totally amateur. Nah, 36 years I've done this now, so...
Okay.
A long time, mate, yeah. So,
awesome.
Yeah, we're just going to straighten her up. Like I overheard you say, it's just a temporary repair to get the glass in when you get to O'Brien's.
Okay.
So it's not a full fix. It's just to get you back on the road.
You're amazing, mate. We feel incredibly fortunate that we've met you, so here we go.
Likewise, we've become friends now, so, been here for, a week?
A week, yeah.
Yeah, so, it's been a pleasure to have your company. It's been fun. We enjoyed ourselves.
Very cool, mate. All right. I'll stop talking.
Started.
I'll let you get going. Doesn't look so good.
So make sure that regulator, see that? Regulator does this when you push your button up and down like that. Mm-hmm. And where the door's gone in, so it's actually bent it. So we need a straight up and down. Otherwise, the motor would hit as it goes up. So this is the area we've got to try to straighten.
All right.
So so let's get the old man goggles on and let's have a go at it. Let's take the door handles out and stuff. Chuck that section out, and then that, you can see it's double skinned for the mirror. Hold on to. Yeah, loose slow one. Up she comes. Yeah, another one. That's the one, that's what we wanted. That's the one, that's enough. So what we're doing is putting a ram up, sorry, it's been taken over, putting a ram up there, push the porta power, the outer edge to straighten her up. Yeah, that's about it. And on
that's me.
The man in control.
On the job. Okay, looking a lot straighter. Yeah, great job, mate.
Time for a beer, mate.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the glass fits now, or will fit when the new one comes. So yeah,
Yeah, that's it. It's going to get us back on the road and
for sure.
all right.
Yeah, on to newer pastures, brother.
The door shuts properly now. That's great. How are you, good?
Good.
How's this for a campsite?
It's so beautiful here.
It is beautiful. We are at Mossman. We've got ourselves back on the road. Isn't that good?
Yes.
Albeit, actually, I'll show you this. Look at this, the apprentice panel beater. I did all right, didn't I? Well, actually, Dave did most of it. And then this is our current window, brought to you by Glad Bags. We weren't sure whether it was going to rain last night. You never actually know. It always feels like it's going to rain, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I tell you what, driving for 4.5 hours, you know, it's the endless summer story. You know, windows rolled down, taking in the sunshine.
Yeah.
4.5 hours, it feels like your head.
Yeah, it was a bit hectic.
Yeah, it's
wasn't
like you've been stuck in a spin dryer for 4.5 hours.
all of those people who have had cars back in the day without aircon right now are just laughing at us. But no, it was a bit. We got here and our heads hurt.
I was doing that, yeah. Anyway, we are going to bring you this incredible off-grid campsite just outside of Mossman. The story of this 117-year-old farm.
Yeah.
It is brilliant.
Very cool.
But I'm about to head into O'Brien's and get the glass replaced. Hopefully we've straightened it out enough that the glass will fit in there, and then we'll probably leave that window up, I think, so we get all of the work done to the side of the cab. Okay, something else though that happened. Let's get back into the shade actually. Come back in here. As we were driving along, we came up before Palmer River and there was a major caravan accident. And what was the remains of? So we didn't see anyone injured or any of that, but what we saw was basically a flattened, like a flat packed and strewn all over the road Corrimal caravan that made us absolutely, your stomach tightens and you just think, okay, one, are these people okay? You know, hopefully, how did that happen? There was massive skids and all S's, so it looks like they've been fishtailing and then probably tipped and rolled or whatever's happened. Now, the reason why we thought we should share this is because you can't cast judgment. You don't know. You know, it could be speed, could be overloaded, could be tyre conditions, air pressure in the tyres. It could be arguing with the missus.
Well, it could have been anything.
Absolutely, could be a combination of all of that. The point is that it's a good reminder for us, good reminder for anyone that's watching, slow down.
Yeah.
Check your tyre condition, check the tyre pressures, try not to overload and think you need everything, and then check your weights. Go and do a towing course, you know, if you're starting out. Go and get weighed. Don't argue with the missus while you're driving. So just a good reminder, I think, for us all just to stop and just slow down, you know, and hold those dearest to you closer, you know, and, respect each other and look out for each other and be kind, all those things.
Yeah, because, things can happen in an instant and bad things happen to good people and for reasons that don't make any sense to anybody. So, yeah, just a really good reminder for us too, I think, because we were already feeling a little bit sensitive to it all, getting back on the road. And
I was feeling really,
nervous.
really anxious driving. And I have to say, it towed beautifully. Of course, we went, did the check mechanically, we did a wheel alignment, did everything that I could do, and from my, knowledge and understanding to make sure that we were going to be safe, and towed like a dream. So that was a massive relief for me. But yeah, anyway, we just hope that you will keep yourself safe.
Yes.
And take those, you know, preparation and those actions prior to having any problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, look after yourself. All right, bye. All right, the window that shall not open now until just before Christmas, when it actually gets all done properly. It's just not really sitting in very flush, in that if we were to move it up and down, it could get jammed and not come up or down. So best bet was to ask Will, the guy who fitted it, to put it in, disconnect the electrics so that now it is stuck in that position. Fingers crossed it doesn't move. If so, we'll be back to the gaff tape. All right, let's go. Hello. You're a good boy. Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family and happy trails.